Today is all about choice. The choices you make are the changes you become. So let's just do a little smudge on that. Let's clear the energy so that we can embrace being more authentically ourselves. So take a nice deep breath. Place your hand on your heart and let's begin. Hey, Lorene, nice to see your face. So smudge, it comes from California and it's tightly packed. So sometimes you have to, hey Courtney, you have to manipulate it a little bit. You've got to use a little love to open it up. And isn't that how we all open up, with a little love? All right, so let's get the cleansing going. And just draw your essence down into your body from wherever it's been so far today. And allow yourself to be open and available for all that the universe has for you. Namaste, aho, bliss, and I think it's Monday, so let's dissolve the Monday blues. And we're going to do it by shaking things up. When you do something differently, you create a new neural pathway. Hi, Hector. So when we shake things up, when we use a rattle, when we use a drum, it drops, and when we meditate, when it drops our brain into a theta state. In that theta state, we can become aware using all of our senses, not just what we see, not just what we hear, not just what we touch, not just what we taste, what's left, not just what we smell. So think about this for a moment. Think about the idea that every cell of your body, when you went to bed last night and you woke up, you were completely changed. 300,000 cells, bye-bye. 300,000 new ones. You're not you. You're new you. So how do we use that information that we know from science? Because we have been trained to trust science over our intuition. So now science is saying, you know, this rhythm, that very rhythm has an effect on your brain. So what if that very rhythm also affects every cell of your body? Because if it's affecting your brain, how is it not affecting your eyes? How is it not affecting your nose? How is it not affecting your lips and what comes out of your mouth? So, we think change is difficult. We make up all kinds of BS stories. Oh, I can't do that. I can't change. But all changes is making a choice. You just decide. You decide. You make a decision. And when you make that decision, the choice is made. And when you declare that to yourself, I declared I'm love. Now, 80% of the time, I can cop to that. 20% of the time, not so much. So, I walk in love. I talk in love. I drum for love. And so, as we put that out, now that's a change, right? Most people don't wake up in the morning and say, you know what, today I'm going to drum for half an hour for love. But what if they did? And thank you for being here. So when we recognize that change is just a choice, you know, like maybe you have never really liked vinegar on your French fries. or mayonnaise on your French fries, and you give it a go, and oh my God, you are hooked. Just because you made a different choice. Now, you might think that that's a really silly example, but I got to tell you, when you begin with silly little examples and you don't bite off big things, oh, I'm going to change my mindset from this to that, boom, all over there. But you do it with small steps that are amusing, they're fun. You decide to have black coffee as opposed to cream and sugar. Hey, Emma, nice to see you. Emmy. So you make these little changes, subtle. A habit only takes 21 days. 21 days. So if you find yourself, oh, I can't do that, it's just a habit you've talked yourself into. So do something different for 21 days and see, are you still in that place? Are you still stuck? You know, being stuck just means you're on autopilot. So let's drum and wake up. And are you waking up? Are you making choices from a higher place? And in that waking up, do you need some help? Because Shamanic Spirit School is about deepening your intuition. It's about awakening your imagination. You know, you've been trained out of it. It's not your fault. We've all had too many doses of, well, that can't be true. And yet, look at the people who really use their imagination. Look at Tesla. Look at solar heating and energy. Look at ways that we haven't explored yet of cohabitating on this beautiful planet, all because we make a choice. We choose to not consume so much. We choose to not have storage units chock to block full with stuff that we don't even recall what's in there. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Make a choice. Choose a lifestyle that's right for you and live into it. You know, no one walked to my door 24 years ago and said, you know what, Sheila, you should stop working and you should pursue the shamanic path. It came from within. It came from a desire. Hi, Donna. It came from spirit calling and calling and calling, and me listening and listening and listening. And then doing and doing and doing. When we're called, there's also a deep longing. And some of us are called to make music. Some of us are called to sing. Some of us are called to do that both. Some of us are called to monotonously drum so that the brain alters this amazing state where truly anything is possible. So this connection with the divine is why you can walk healthy and happy and whole. In the shamanic realm, and I'll teach you this in Shamanic Spirit School, in the shamanic realm, any dis-ease is because you are dis-spirited. So you're uncomfortable, not connected to spirit. And so as you reconnect, as you learn to tap in, as you learn to listen, as you learn to implement. Hi, Paula. You know about that. So when you ask, when your intention is show me what I need to know, and then you listen, you open to receive all that the universe has for you. Now that doesn't mean you're passive about it. The universe is, not delivering buckets of whatever it is that you want to your door. You've actually got to participate, make a choice and make a change. And when you do that, when you decide, just like I decided, I went on Vision Quest, I came back and I went, I can't do this anymore. I said no. And then I implemented what I knew from a deep soul level. Your gut is your intuition. Your heart is your deep knowing. Your mind is what brings it together so we can do it in the world. So my gut was like feeling unsupported. My heart had a longing for my clients to have more than what psychotherapy offered them, to have the tools for themselves. And so I went, bye-bye, I gotta go. And I quit. So 3 weeks after my first ever Vision Quest, I was out the door. Because I knew that life had more for my clients. Life had more for me than that. So if you're waking up, if you know that there's more, if you've been longing to connect to the divine, then leave me a little message that says SSS, Shamanic Spirit School, and we'll have a conversation so that you and I are connected, so that you and I can connect you to the divine through simple spiritual strategies. Life is really simple, we make it very complicated. Should I like this person or that person? Should I do this or should I do that? So here's a thought. Just love everybody. Just love everybody. And, some will step up and be lovable and some won't. It doesn't mean you can't love them. Everyone is doing their best at their state of consciousness. So let's have a little sip of tea to that. Passion tea today. So imagine this. Imagine that we actually believe that no matter how scoundrelly they are or how holy they are or what they're doing, everyone is doing their best at their state of consciousness. So what are we doing? We're drumming. We're drumming to raise the vibe. We're drumming for love. Golden white light of love. So this vibration that goes through everyone uplifts them. And when they listen, or even if they don't, because this drum beat goes through everything. If we could zip around the other side of the world right now and put a little measurer up there, you would probably see this little wave going out, this little band of golden white light. So it's zipping through even the most dense things, whether they're people, places, whether they're animals and rocks. This drum beat, this drumming that you're doing right now, this energy that you're putting into this is being amplified. We're sending it out every day, day by day by day. And we know that vibration vibrations and frequencies are all there are. And so we can set our intention to make choices for change. We can do it easily because we follow our heart. If it makes your heart sing, do more of that. If it doesn't, do less. You know, Joseph Campbell said, follow your bliss. The money will follow you. But we get caught up in the need for stuff. And more stuff. And more stuff. And more stuff. And so, did you see my story today? Less junk, more joy. You know, some of the most blissful, happy people hardly have anything. It's not your stuff that makes you happy. You know, it's not my cup that makes me happy. It isn't even the stuff in my cup that makes me happy. You know what makes me happy? Feeling. You feel happy. That's what makes you happy. There is nothing out there that is going to make you happy if you haven't got any happy in you. You cannot be happy without any happiness in you. So, drink tea. Drink what makes you happy. You know, if we all did this thing, when we took what it is that we're going to put into our body or into our nose, and we looked at it and we said, is this the highest version of me? Is this the highest version of me? Well, I happen to believe this is. And I also happen to believe the abalone shell. Did you guys see this one? I'm going to show you. It's really beautiful. But let me dump out the ashes. Look at that. Look at that. Now I'm honoring this abalone every single solitary day. Because every single solitary day I smudge. So in honoring this, I'm giving it the love it deserves. Just for being. And as I do that, as I honor the things around me with love, and as I claim that I'm love, my behavior becomes different, you know. You can't do that, you're love. And so you begin to be self-reliant. Because what kind of feeling do I want to bring to the world? I want to bring joy, I want to bring happiness, I want to bring love, I want to bring laughter. So if I'm running around contrary to that feeling in myself, then I can't pour it out. So thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of my raison d'etre. And now let's raise the vibe. What is your reason to be? And do me all a favor. Y'all do me a favor. If you think you have one purpose, put a little thumbs up over there. I want to see how many of you believe that you're here for one thing. Hi, Julie. Okay, yay. No one thinks they have only one purpose. I want you to know that that is a huge breakthrough for all of you. You're aware that you're here for more than one thing. And that, you know, in this half an hour, hi Julie, in this half hour, my purpose is to raise the vibe. My purpose is to stand in love. My purpose is to be here, a hollow bamboo for thee. Spirit to come through. Desires, when I have things that, even if it's a shiny object, and I'm attracted to it, I know it's for me. Because that shiny object and I, we are smiling and loving each other. Yes, unconditional love. Absolutely. Whether it's a piece of chocolate cake, a person, a car, don't differentiate your love. You know, your love radiates out 360 degrees. It goes behind you, beside you, above and below. So, I was also wondering about this. I was wondering if that vibration goes out, what about those vibrations that we're thinking when we see someone and we make a judgment? Do you think that if we're radiating love, we're also radiating out our thoughts? Holy manoli. So that gave me cause to stop. Take a deep breath, put my hand to my heart and go, Have you noticed that sometimes the people closest to you are the ones that don't even get the respect that you give just complete strangers? That's a noticing I have. So I figured if I'm noticing me doing that maybe you might be too. So maybe it's time to choose to just treat everybody the same. Let that sink in for a moment. So if we were treating everyone the same, everyone is equals, everyone, then do you think we would step up to being equals to each other? Because you know, your unique gifts are not my unique gifts. And I need your unique gifts. I can't do this alone, and neither can you. And so we're here to love one another. And anything, including your own self-criticism, is not love. It's fear. If you were saying, oh, I'm not good enough for that, it's because you're afraid. And when you love yourself, you go, oh, let's give this a go. So I tried it. I didn't like it. Or I tried it and I couldn't do it just yet. You know, in 24 years of being out here drumming, the metamorphosis, so I've written 2 books about the shamanic journey process. And one of the things I've never done is talked about them. So you're going to begin to hear about those because they're important. And they're particularly important right now because they teach you the process of doing a shamanic journey. And right now it's time to tap in because we have co-created this. And so we can co-create something completely different, but we can't co-create it with the same level of love. We have to up our love so that no matter who we see, if we can help them, we will. That no matter what someone has done, it's not our job to be their judge. It's not your job to judge yourself either. Here's what your job is. Your job, if you're willing to take it, is to have an experience. It doesn't matter how wacky it is. It doesn't matter how obnoxious it is. None of that stuff matters. To have an experience. To take a nice deep breath. To put your hand on your heart and go, what's the lesson in that one? And to smile. Because every experience has a lesson and a healing. Every experience. Even eating a hamburger. Oh, never coming back here. Those kinds. And we do it. We do it automatically, but we don't think about it. And so when you begin to think about this, when you begin to take down your guard so you can have experiences, no matter what they are, without judging them. Oh, that was a 10. Oh, that was a 1. But just an experience. So, you know, falling down is no different than flying in a hot air balloon. It's just an experience. And when we take out the idea that pain needs to linger just because it's stuck in our body, then we're going to heal immediately. So let's use the drum, use your rattle. If you're in pain, it doesn't matter whether it's emotional pain, physical pain, heart pain. Yes, every day brings several lessons. So at the end of the day, cut the cords to those lessons. And whether you've learned it or not, take your little hand like this and you go, oh, okay, lesson. I cut the cords. And let the energy go back to those lessons and let your energy come back. The same thing, if you gave your money to somebody at the grocery store, you're corded to them. We're corded all over the place. It's no wonder we're exhausted. So cut the cords. You're not saying, I don't love you. You know, if you had a conversation with your bestie and it was lovely, cut the cord. Let that energy go back. Let that energy come back. No, when we're clear in our energy, then we can do anything. All right, so speaking of doing anything, let's bring it home. Ready? Now, if you have problems with your sinuses, drum up here and let the drum beat go right through you, and it immediately clears your sinuses. The drum is magical for so many things. And yes, we'll talk more about that. And you can join me in Shamanic Spirit School and I'll tell you all about it. All right, so pardon me for a sec. Okay, let's energize our hands. Make sure you have enough space. Okay, let's put that energy in our hearts. All right, I open fully to give, accept, and receive all that the universe has for me. One more time. I open fully to give it away, give it away, give it away. Accept big old bowls with your hand and receive. Put it right there in your heart. All that the universe has for me. One more time. I open fully way out there to give, accept, and receive all that the universe has for me. Namaste, aho, blessings, have a bliss-filled day. And if no one has told you yet, you're amazing. Bye-bye, have a great day. See you tomorrow.